presents the Beat Basement, where you hear from your livest producers, all of them. And this is where it all goes down, where you hear the funky sounds, from the producers that's up and coming to Grammy Award winning, all of them. And I'm your host, Swish, and we going in. Everything going in.
Well, on this episode, we have this talented dude, man. This producer right here is serious about his talent, from the equipment to just the networking and everything, man. My dude, producer Neer.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having me out here, James.
Yeah. Nice to have you, man. Nice
too.
for you to be a part of this.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Good.
Bit of, promotion out there. I haven't really done much marketing, so it's kind of nice to be able to like talk to someone else in the industry.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for. That's what
Yeah.
your fans here for. That's what new
Right.
people, new artists that want to connect with you are here for.
Yeah, I like making like Eastern music, so I'm hoping
Nice.
this kind of southern out, downtown Atlanta kind of
would love
style,
to
like a
hear
little
that.
trap, a little Eastern, yeah.
We would love to hear that.
Yeah.
We gotta hear how that sounds. Got to. So tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I play keyboard a little bit, so I like to mess around with music as like a little kid. Played piano until I was 11 maybe. Then my parents cashed out and got me a Roland Phantom. Okay, I started making music just off that thing, and it's sitting out here on the table. But until I got to college, I didn't take it seriously. I took some music production classes in college, even though I should have been doing engineering homework. But it was cool because I got into like compression and bit rate and distorting your 808s and all that kind of stuff. And now I realize there's a whole world of music out there. I'm just only getting started, but I like just mess around the keys more than I do anything like professional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You messing with those keys? That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all day long, every day, I guess.
That's what's up, huh? So
Is that me? That might be
that's
you.
me.
Very good.
Sorry about that, man. Man, I thought I muted every damn thing.
Thank God for editing, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
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 So
I mean, I don't know if you want to like kind of talk about like new artists and people who are trying to get into music production. 'Cause it's probably the people I could talk to closest. I don't really know the professional world out there. I don't sell my beats or anything, but I think there are a lot of people out there who keep asking me like, how'd you get into it? And
right.
there's no like getting into it. I mean, you just kind of open up the software, hit a few keys, start reading articles and stuff. And so hopefully I can kind of get a network of people that are trying to get into music,
Right.
not necessarily people that have been in the while. So.
Right. That's all right. I mean, there's a lane for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're in music. You know music. You've been doing it for how long?
I guess like 7-8 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, you said 10 years old. You've been doing it since 10. Nah, we gotta stick with that.
All
Look,
right, I guess
before we came on air.
17 years old, 17 years gone by. But I haven't finished anything. I just got like 1,000 sketches, if you want to call it that.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Skeletons.
Skeletons, man.
Skeletons.
Loops,
Yeah.
my transitions, and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tell us, how is it getting into the music with a Middle Eastern background and
Yeah.
how that came about?
It's, I mean, I knew Gujarati first and then English second. So I listened to Indian music for the first like 13 years of my life. And then I switched to like rap and hip hop. I remember doing like a high school or middle school project on what kind of music you like. And I was like, I don't know what to say because I only listen to Indian music. What do I tell people? So I picked a random Tupac song. I just talked as if I had been listening to rap my whole life, you know? But then from that, I started getting into rap and a little bit of like just melodious type rap. Like if you listen to Snoop Dogg when he adds in like Indian samples and like, what's his name? I can't remember now. 50 Cent. He's always got a lot of like, you know, samples from India, Bollywood and stuff.
Right.
It's always like a little more melodious and so I'm not too good at it yet, but I know there's a lot of scales out there, a lot of different like ragas they call it.
Right. I think French Montana and what's the name use a lot? DJ Khaled. I
Yeah.
think they use a lot of Indian sounds, some Swiss beats,
Swiss Beats does a lot too. Yeah, that's the kind of my inspiration. It's like mixing the modern hip hop with a little bit of the old like scales on the traditional side.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How did what did your parents think about it?
They always say like music's got to be something you have fun with, because when you're old and you're sitting on a couch at like 8 years old, what are you gonna be doing?
Yeah,
right.
That's
you can still
everybody.
make music.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that's everybody's story.
Everybody's story, right? My dad though, he does karaoke singing for like weddings and stuff like that. So I got to go around with him, and he would just sing to like hundreds of people, and I would see how he likes plugging his mixer in and all that kind of stuff. So he was always like, "Look, I'm doing the singing thing because I love it. So if you want to do anything with music," he got me into keyboard early.
Yeah.
Took me to like an Indian teacher to kind of learn a little bit about the types of fingering you can do on keyboard instead of the typical 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I think at this point I'm not really looking at becoming better a pianist. I want to become a better producer. So.
What do you think you can do to kind of be a better producer, maybe?
More practice. Yeah, I think for all the people out there who are trying to get into music, if you haven't finished a beat, I feel weird calling myself a producer. I haven't finished a beat. So, yeah, I would say just practice. I mean, I've watched enough tutorial videos all night long, like top 50 mixing techniques every producer needs, but I haven't actually put them in practice yet.
Yeah.
So every one of my projects is like 5 tracks, maybe little loops here and there, and I can hear something much bigger in my head, but I haven't put it into action. And there's a lot of refinement that goes on in that process. So I'm just excited to finally feel motivated for this.
Yeah. That sounds good, man. I'm glad you are motivated for this, man, because I am too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm glad to have you on the show. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I like that stuff, man.
So you've been interviewing people like for the last few years, right, on this channel?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Interviewing a few people, and gonna take it to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm already at the next level. I mean, because I get artists from all types, you know, of genres, and artists, you know, that has worked with artists. So it really doesn't matter who I interview unless it's a Kanye West or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then my fan base, or, you know, my page, or, you know, you producers, you know,
right.
definitely,
reaching out, all the
all the
networking
way
events
up.
and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So how'd you get started?
I was making little jingles on my keyboard, and I was like, "Dad, I wish I could record this." So I said, you know, he cashed out and got me that Roland Pennington, which was pretty expensive at the time, and he was like, "You better use this. You better learn what all these buttons do and everything." And so I was like, "All right, I will. I'll learn what like the envelope is. What is an envelope music and all that." So that's when I kind of started getting into it. But again, I wasn't practicing. I was just messing around every day and stuff. So I'm at this point now. I'm trying to figure out like chord progressions and making sure frequencies don't clash, which I'm sure a lot of people have gotten down by now, but I'm just still trying to get into the mixing and all that.
I'm still working on that too, as you can tell. This I don't know if I got the sound right or what.
Yeah, we had the mute button on for like 5 minutes, and we're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Happens, man. I had it all the time myself. And that's the worst part about having like the beat pad, the Rolly Seaboard, the Phantom, and I got the PreSonus, and you know, this thing behind me here, the B52 Prodigy, and all that. And you got guitars, and everything just gotta get connected. And I would suggest anybody who's getting into it not just like listen to some friend who says, "Oh, you need an audio unit," or "You need to use MIDI instead of USB." Just like whatever hooks it up for you, and you pretty much can get by with a laptop nowadays, and that's just it, just a laptop.
That's crazy.
I know.
But is this your ideal setup?
Yeah, give me $5,000 more and some like booming, because you can tell it sounds boomy in here. And yeah, I probably could use a better chair.
And then you give me the artist or somebody one of these little rinky dink chairs.
This is my family room.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So do you use do you use your name as a producer name?
I do. I don't think many people have heard the name Neer.
Yeah.
It's just like something unique already. It's short.
Right.
I could just, you know, make myself the brand.
Right.
So it's Neer Music, right? Neer Talent. That's the group. I used to have friends in Michigan who got into music too. I can kind of do a little shameless plug. His name's It's Rami, Ramie. I think you guys
What
love
up?
it.
What up? It's Rami.
What's going on, Rami? He's out like in the music videos. He like produces, does a lot of videography and stuff, and he's been making music with me since I was a kid. We had a little like keyboard and we just put it up, you know, in the basement, and we were high school sleepovers making beats on little Casios and stuff, you know. Yeah, it's cool to have friends who like music. So
shout out Rami.
Yeah, what's going on, Rami?
He motivated? Did he motivate you, or
yeah,
did he influence
I mean, he's
you?
one of those guys that has taken it far already. If you look at his YouTube channel, and he's actually like trying to make some real progress, and he's been doing it for a long time. He like rented out his own space and studio separate from his home, not his family room and stuff. But he's not the only one. I actually know another guy. The channel is called Beats Made Here by Cameron. It also another like well-established brand. He's just getting started, but he has good music and he knows how to like finish out a beat. So I'm kind of looking at my friends like, all right, he can finish beats and he's got a YouTube presence, and I'm just like, I gotta put all this together, man. I gotta catch up.
But you're on the beat basement.
Starting.
They told me. So, hey, so you already shot past them.
It's true.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Nah. But that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll come after y'all next, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do virtual interviews with people out of state?
Yeah. I do virtual interviews. I like to fly out to where they are, you know, wherever they make the magic happen.
Sure.
It could be their family room, it could be their bedroom, it could be, you know, laundry room, it could be outside anywhere, you know what I'm saying?
I did it in my car for a while.
Right.
Yeah, I used to bring my just laptop.
Yeah.
And I'd plug it into the aux in the car because I didn't have any speakers and everything. So yeah, you can make music anywhere.
That's dope.
I mean, it was kind of loser-esque. I was in a parking garage by myself, just like dragging MIDI notes, but I needed to hear how it sounded.
Shit. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's probably people that done it already that have made a major hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know a few people that have started in their bedroom and just made it from there. You know what I'm saying?
With enough production skills, you can make anything sound pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. What is it about your instrument or your tool or your music? What is it about?
Well, have you heard of the term, I think it's called instrumentalization? I probably just butchered it, but it's the idea that like if you're trying to play a guitar sound with a keyboard, like on a VST, the keyboard's gonna come out, or the guitar's gonna come out sounding different because you can't strum on a keyboard. So I think a lot of my music sounds a little more like choppy instead of sometimes the guitar sounding a little more natural. So I actually bought a guitar, started taking a little bit of lessons. So eventually, give me 3 years, and I'll have guitar down. Okay. I also want to learn saxophone, drums. I just like making the sounds more original, like authentic. VSTs are cool, but it just takes you so long to get that original authentic sound because you gotta code it all in. So I like being technical, but I like really getting my hands in there on the instruments and drum sounds.
That's dope. Me too, man.
Yeah.
Me too. So I gotta learn. I probably want to learn the keyboard first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's versatile.
Keyboard, organ, or
organ. Nice.
Something. Yeah. I really want to pick up that flute again, man. I love sounds, music with flutes in it. For some
I
reason.
love wind instruments.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a huge fan.
Definitely.
I like. I was telling you earlier. I was like interested in making cinematic music, which obviously is tough. There's a lot more storyline there and all that, but
dope.
I like music not that just has an 808 and a kick kind of thing, but a little more of a story.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. But I guess this generation is moving kind of further now. Cinematically, they are still aligned with you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at people like Hans Zimmer, I mean
exactly.
Everybody in the music industry for a long time has been using technology that's beyond people like you and I could do in our homes, but now they're bringing in their own like bassoonists and all that and having them record a VST out of it, and that's what Hans Zimmer uses, his own collection of VSTs that recorded instead of bringing in the guys that are already professionals that he can play in live. So it's cool that they're actually like choosing to use VSTs rather than not. And yeah, I think we could make cinematic music if we wanted to. We just take a little more, a little more maybe like music theory. Yeah.
Did you take music theory when you took some of the music
Piano
classes
lessons.
in college?
Piano lessons from like age 4 to age 11 I did. Forgot it all. And then in school it was more technical music production. We learned Logic and Ableton. Just like what bit rate is, like what bit depth is, and I think all that stuff, and sample size and buffering, and trying to figure out why there's latency and why would you want to use a send versus just a direct effect on that channel, that kind of stuff. It's a little more technical, but yeah, go Blue, go Wolverines. I mean, yeah, things out there.
So do you like the more technical side now that you've had a dose of it, or does it just send your mind just down this wonderland?
I love it. And here's why. Because when you click on like one of those presets and you don't like the way it sounds, knowing that you just don't like it because it's a little too like choppy, and you can just turn that release on the amplitude envelope up to make it sound a little more like it's delayed before the sound goes away. That might be the difference between you loving that preset or hating that preset. And then 2 more knob changes and it sounds like a completely different sound. I mean, to get used to using presets is kind of like a handcuff a little bit. It's quick up front, but when you need to find that perfect sound, you just cannot do anything but search instead of design it. So I like kind of designing. Yeah, like I don't actually use any pre-made 808s. I just go into Omnisphere and pick a new wave and then chop off the frequencies, a little distortion, use an LFO to maybe modulate something or another, like a pitch or something. But yeah, I don't like using samples. That's just me. I know a lot of people do though. A lot.
What DAW do you use?
Cubase.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you get the Cubase? From Logic and Ableton? And
Actually, I was using Cubase day 1 since I was like 13 is when I first started getting in, away from the Roland Phantom and into the actual software. And then I learned people love using Logic and Ableton. That was just the course. But I've tried using Ableton. I like it. But Cubase is a little bit more MIDI-centric. I like that. I also wasn't a huge fan of Logic, so I'm not huge into Macs. That's just one thing. But yeah, Cubase has a lot of power. If you just keep searching, like what's better than Cubase and why, people have a hard time finding better reasons to switch. If you already know Ableton, though, you just stick with what you know. It's cool. Yeah, you should check it out though. It's got a lot of cool stuff like yeah, like a lot of the audio correction tools they have for vocals and stuff is pretty robust, and you can like they have a chord track, like a chord pad thing where you can just hit like pre-built chords, try to get a progression going pretty quickly. I think Ableton's like close, but it's still a little more tricky to get that stuff done.
I use Pro Tools. Just a little bit.
You don't sound excited about that.
I am, but I'm, maybe I should try something else. But I like Pro Tools. Other than the part of either you have to jailbreak it or you have to pay a subscription, or you know what I'm saying.
Subscription is the killer, man. Yeah. I just bit the bullet and paid the $500 for Cubase. That was like years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it helps to have a good software. So, but at the end of the day, like I'm just using the majority of a lot of buttons are the same on all 3 DAWs. Like I heard this one called Waveform or something like that. That's cool that there are DAWs out there that are actually good. You can do automation, like mixing and all that stuff, and they're free. Makes me kind of question why I spent $500. But when you get into it and you start making actual like really long songs, whether I've done it well or not, doesn't matter. You do like some of those features, like the chord progression builder, or being able to build macros. I lost my hard drive one time, but I had macros on there that would help me like take one loop. It would build 3 different tracks, and on one track it would add like reverb and then reverse it. Another track it would add just chorus and maybe kill the high and low frequencies, and it was just a quick way to get around and just try new things without having to like click. Yeah.
Nice. What does it make you feel like music? And
if I had the opposite, first I have a feeling,
Yeah.
And then I make music to match it.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm like feeling angry, you're not gonna get me able to make a happy music that day. Like I just won't be able to get it done for you.
Right.
But if I start getting into it, I'm like, all right, whatever I'm making music wise is usually indicative of what I'm feeling that day. So if I'm not feeling anything, I usually don't make any good music. It's just how it is. So that's just for me though, because I'm always starting with the keys. I don't really get into like the 808s and draw stuff too much.
Right.
So it kind of has to come from me doing stuff. But
Right.
yeah, like I said, I'm still in the messing around phase for the last 15 years. Yeah.
But I still wouldn't say that you're, newbie. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I mean, it's hard to say because there are some newbies that get right into it. Like within the first month, they've done like 10 songs. It's like it's hard to say what a newbie is because it depends on how fast you move and what your goals are. I've made 1,000 different songs, sure, so I can probably pop one together real quick before I'm good at freestyling. Definitely not a noob at that. But if you were like, hey, mix these vocals in for me, you'd probably see me go to YouTube real quick and just say top 10 mixing vocal techniques just so I could get it right.
Yeah.
So in that sense, maybe I am still new. Huh? Yeah, it just depends, I guess, on your perspective. Yeah, who you're talking to at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your sound?
Typically turns into some sort of hip hop. I don't want to say it's like trap or just like some sort of like downbeat. Always gotta have some sort of like melodic high frequency lead or something like that, a lead synth or a violin. It's gotta be definitely cinematic. I don't really get into the songs that have a lot more of like the 808 driving the song.
Right.
I like listening to it, but I wouldn't make a song that primarily drives off the 808 with like one or two bells in there. I just can't.
Right.
I need to be able to like imagine myself playing the song, and that's what I enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy, and it's crazy that that's what's driving music right now, or the sound.
Yeah, I don't even. This is kind of insulting to some people, but
I don't mean to sound insulting.
No,
I'm like that's what it is. So.
Yeah, I can't listen to lyrics, so
yeah.
If you tell me, have you heard the song before? I'll probably say yeah, based off the beat or the tune, but what you just said for the last 4 minutes, I have no idea.
No idea.
You could have been speaking gibberish.
Right.
The voice
which you are. You're speaking a whole lot of gibberish right now, but the song is carrying you. Right.
Yeah, it's just another instrument, right? It's just the voice is just another like instrument.
Yeah.
If I could write words on keys, then I would.
Your voice instrument. What instrument?
Yeah.
Right. A bass guitar. But I understand.
Yeah. Some people get angry. You didn't hear that last sentence? I'm like, I don't know. But there's 3 cents on that song right now.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Maybe I'll make the next have you ever heard of the producer A.R. Rahman from India? He's primarily India.
No. But I heard of an AR.
Oh, okay. If you check him out, he's got a lot of from even 10 years ago, he was making more kind of electronic Indian music.
Yeah.
He would use synths and classic drum machines and stuff. Yeah. He's the one that got me into the idea of kind of mixing electronic synthesized music with also acoustic kind of melodic music.
So you can make your traditional music?
I think if I put my mind to it.
Okay.
I've never set that as a goal for myself.
It seems very technical too.
It does, yeah. Especially with just layering sounds, right?
Yeah.
You got to make sure it sounds good, and that means each sound on its own might not sound good, but when you put it together, it does.
Right.
That means you got to do a lot of testing, add a new sound, listen to how it adds to the mix, then maybe take something else out, and so. I don't know. Some guys probably use presets and puts them together in 5 minutes. It just depends.
What presets? What sounds?
Actually, even this little Seaboard Rise, A.R. Rahman came out with a kit of typical instruments like flutes, horns, strings and stuff. I haven't used it too much, but that's pretty much the basis. I think a lot of people will go right to the kick or the 808, and I'm more go right to the strings first, and maybe I don't even add a beat. Yeah, I have music where I don't have a kick or a snare or anything, and you kind of have to feel that vibe on your own. No vocals either.
Why does this work for you?
Because I'm the only one listening to it right now. If I put that out there in the world, they'd say, oh, this isn't working for us. But for me, it's you hear something and then in your mind it turns into something bigger. Yeah. So I'm just sitting there listening to what's up in here, not necessarily what's just in the ear. You know?
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. What do you think is unique and special about your sound?
It can easily get too complicated, but if you like that, like having like a strong guitar solo and the strings are going crazy and they're in a different section, the kick is like coming in every triple note, that's awesome, because I think my song is kind of like you can focus on one instrument, get zoned in, and then come back out, and it sounds like things are clashing a little bit, but then you just pick something else to zone in on. So I've gotten that feedback that sometimes I was too busy, but I kind of like that sometimes, where like my mind is just always moving around, like I got ADHD or something. But so I need to give myself different things to be able to jump around from within one song. So yeah, you might hear something and say, "What is the overall like message?" I'm like, depends which track you're listening most to.
What sound are you focusing on?
Yeah. I used to do a little hip hop dancing, so for me it's like kind of like, do I feel like I'm moving my body when I hear it? Because if I don't, then that's probably just something I need to delete. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Hey, Neer, you know this music. You know this music shit. For real.
Yeah, I went to University of Michigan. So I was in North Campus where the engineering team was, but that was also where the School of Music was. I gotta tell you, there's some real talented people there. I think like James Earl Jones graduated from University of Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him on campus once. That was exciting. But yeah, a lot of the musicians out there are working hard to put something together. And I even got training at their, they have professional studios on campus. So I never used them, I trained, and I kind of saw how the patch bay works and all that. So yeah, over time I like to learn, but I just gotta get more motivated like everybody else, I guess.
What part do you think you need to motivate on or get focused on?
If I hear something in my head, I gotta go through that grunt work of actually clicking through the different sounds to get it to sound like what it sounds up here, because I want someone else to be able to enjoy it too, not just like I hear my own version in my head, but that's where all the technical work comes in, and I'm just like, I think I found another song in this melody, just save as new, and then I'm doing so good, 3 beats in one day, but I didn't finish any of them. Yeah, it's very much a hobby, not like I've never turned it into a profession. I've always just used my engineering job to kind of pay for the bills, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. What does your engineer job encompass?
I used to work with hospital systems, like implementing software. I'm interviewing currently for a company, be able to implement software for other big companies, and it's kind of like figuring out what the design should look like and stuff. So, yeah, I guess it's kind of like music, like figuring out where music should be routed. You got sends, you got like effects and EQs. Yeah. Just all technical stuff. I love getting technical.
Yeah, I see. You metaphorically used your engineering as music
I do.
producing.
And I'm like, hey, why don't you just put a filter out there and then add 3 copies and then just move it over by 4 milliseconds and then detune that third one. They're like, what are you talking about? Just the preset.
That's all right, man.
Yeah. Like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what to click next. Or yeah, when I make my own 808s, you're like, what are you doing, dude? You got a whole pack of 808s here. Like, yeah, but still.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on, man. And, but for real though, half of those companies probably could use your sound on some type of company, you know.
I'm not,
jingle
I totally agree
music,
with you.
you know, and when you come in the office or anything. You know
Yeah, we'll see how this new job works out. Right now I'm unemployed, COVID life. But yeah, it's, networking is big. You kind of realize that these big companies are just big people sitting in a big building, right? Nothing different about it than a small business. Just
They
do a lot
really
more.
want some cool, you know, people they can trust, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To kind of, you know, help them run their stuff. I've noticed that the older I got, you know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, when I was younger, it was more so resume, you know, what you can do, of course, it's that, but you also have to be human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't really be phony with,
No.
or else you're gonna hate your job. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You
it's
are.
like I'm
The
going in
client
there
of the
with this fake, you know what I'm saying? Fake smile on my face, and so yeah.
Yeah, that never lasts.
Yeah.
The fake smile fades away.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It does. So
Yeah.
I think you gotta add a little bit of both.
Right.
Like how you added your music, your producing to your engineering. You gotta have both.
Yeah, I stare at a computer at day, and then I come home and stare at a computer at night. That's the worst part, but that's what it is.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
So tell us a story about music that you'll never forget that meant something to you.
All right, yeah. That's a good question. I pretty much enjoy music a little bit more on my own, unless I'm just jamming with some friends. But I guess whenever I kind of get depressed or anything, I always try to remember, like, I have some goals in life that are more personal. Like if work gets too heavy, or it's like, chores are piling up and you're feeling like, oh, what's the point of life? Every once in a while, I try to remember, like, I still want to learn guitar. I still want to learn saxophone. And so I followed a few accounts when I was feeling low to help me realize, like, I want to be able to play like that. Like that's what life is about for me. It's not just making money and stuff. So yeah, I guess Instagram has probably been a big thing for me because I'm using it more to inspire myself than I am just like scrolling through random posts. But that's to help me a lot. Being able to connect without even having to actually network with people. That's cool that social media exists nowadays. It didn't when I was, like 13. It was real hard to find someone YouTube was whatever, but yeah.
Nowadays, it's so easy, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag whatever you need.
Yeah. The Matrix. For real.
Yeah, it's crazy. All these companies like targeting you. I type in MIDI pack on Google. All of a sudden, I have like ads for days on MIDI packs,
That's the craziest thing ever. I could be thinking about something and I'll go to Google and it'll pop right up.
It's crazy. Yeah. And there are people now like posting their own courses on like how to produce music. I don't know if you've heard this guy. I can't remember his name, but he's teaching jazz grips, GRIPS. It's like a idea that if you just memorize these few chord progressions and the way the chords are structured, you don't really have to know music theory too well, but you can sound like a seasoned pianist. And he makes it look real easy. But I haven't gotten into it too much. But I know that there's a lot of stuff out there now that people in the previous years would say you'd have to go to years of music school to be able to make a really fancy song with piano and stuff. Now, people are just doing the work for you, and with all the connections, like you can outsource everything. You got someone making your 808s for you. You can post some stuff on Instagram and get placements without even have to like contact catalog owners and all that. So, yeah, it's cool. It's just a matter of motivation at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think that's all it is. And it's crazy because you can get paid off of just that. You know what I'm saying? Telling someone else how to do, or selling a course. Yeah. Whatever.
How to sidechain your
Even something easy. Yeah.
There are Instagram accounts out there that are like posting little snippets of tips and tricks that you can use in your production. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. It's free. You just go watch them.
Yep.
Yeah, so
on
if you're
YouTube, million plus views, so they're getting paid from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Nowadays, when Netflix is on, I already have YouTube on, or something on my phone too. That's more like productive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. While you're watching.
While I'm watching something else.
Yes.
They say most people have two screens on in the afternoon now.
Yeah. I do. I definitely do.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you just gotta have some ambiance in the background, people talking. Yeah.
So then it's like, do I really have an ADHD? You know what I'm saying? Because I can't just focus on one thing.
True.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Or like we're just so addicted to be able to get instant gratification. Like I've been with people who are like tuning that 808 or whatever. People just want it to be like, oh, what's wrong? Like, just fix it already. Like, I just want to quit this project. It's like I think we're trying to get that way because everything's too easy now. Mm-hmm. People used to have to record stuff on tape and then like make tape together and all that kind of stuff. Now we just click a few buttons and it's like I have the power of huge studios. Mm-hmm. So we're probably getting a little spoiled. That's where it is.
Yeah, microwave era.
Microwave era. I like that. That's a good term.
It is. crazy.
Yeah, man. You don't gotta build your fire anymore. Wait for the oven to warm up. Just type in 30 seconds.
I know.
What more can God give you except instant heated food? Man, that's funny.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, we've came a long way, and still, like I was reading something the other day, and it said we haven't even reached the peak of 5G. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, we just started. And
That's crazy.
we're the most comfortable generation out there in all of humanity, man. And
Lazy.
Lazy.
I like how you said comfortable. That was better. That made it sound a whole lot better.
We're not hitting our potential. That's what you're saying. Yeah, each one of us could be like, running our own record label. Really,
Right.
if we just use that phone for good.
Right.
But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
He's coming home and make it as a hobby. You gotta decide what you want to do with it. I think a lot of people say they want to sell music, but then they never take that leap.
Right.
Maybe it's because you just really want it to be a hobby.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then you can love music even as a hobby, or doing it large scale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still have the same love for it.
You can be picky about what projects you work on if you want to make an income, but still make it enjoyable for you.
Right.
Compared to those I wanted to become a sound engineer for a while, but then I realized, what if like a band comes in? I don't really care about the music, and I'm like mixing this guitar and the kick, and I'm like, I'm not interested in actually mixing sound. I want to make music.
Right.
I like
Right.
it.
Right.
So, yeah, it's cool.
That's all right.
I spent a lot of money on this equipment, but it's mainly because I have that want to buy something new so I become a better producer kind of vibes. But I gotta remember, I could have just used my plain keyboard to make music, and that's what is hard to kind of live with, is I have all this money invested, but I haven't really gone all the way and started selling anything yet.
It's great that you have all this equipment, because I know so many artists that get their own equipment and think that they can do what you guys do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't learn how to use it.
And it sounds terrible. You know what I'm saying? So you do need the equipment. You know what I'm saying? I think it goes hand in hand with the talent. You know what I'm saying? If you're a really good producer, and so now, you know what I'm saying, you've been in it for a long time. Now you probably don't need most of this stuff. Right. Beginner probably should start off with something, high quality. That way you don't have to, do the
having
work.
nice presets up front. There's a difference between you maybe having fun and you tweaking 2-3 knobs all day long. And so until you feel like it's worth it to tweak those settings, getting a package like a machine kit. Right. I remember my friend in high school got a machine. It was like he had already had these sounds ready to go, and I'm like, dude, this sounds professional. All you do is open up the package. Right. And I was like, this is how you actually get inspired. Yeah. And then later you go and learn exactly how to tweak it down to every single feature. Yeah. Yeah. That's just my take on it.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. What do you like most about being a producer? Music.
That I can do it on my own. If I was a vocalist, you can't just sit around just making melodies on your own. And if I was just a musician, I wouldn't be able to record properly, and I wouldn't know how to build out, I guess, reverb and all that kind of stuff. 'Cause I'm a musician, so being a producer is kind of in the middle. You get to be a little bit of a musician. You can kind of help other people do with their vocals, and you can make music on your own, in the car, like I said. I just don't think a guitarist can make a full song and enjoy it the way we could with 18 tracks on the screen. So that's cool. It's instant power in your fingers. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. What hardships have you encountered on your journey, your music journey?
My friend Cameron, actually. When I met him, and it's not a hardship, but it's kind of a reality wake-up call. When I met him, he didn't know what a MIDI keyboard was and what an audio interface was. And so I helped him understand all that because he was motivated. And now he's got maybe 100 finished songs, and I have 0. Maybe 10, I don't know, something. So I started looking at myself more. I was I'm happy to teach other people, but when am I going to take it seriously for myself? It was kind of a wake-up call. Am I doing this, or am I just spending money on equipment and still doing the same thing on the keys? So maybe this last year I could have put more effort into it, but this next year will be a lot better, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe actually releasing a few songs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not a hardship. It's a form of inspiration.
Yeah.
Kind of slapping in the face.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And do you still know what route you want to take with it, or are you just having fun with it?
There was this one competition that this company, Spitfire, I think. I don't know if you've heard of them. They released this VST called Labs. They make cinematography, music for people that want to make film music, like samples and stuff. They had a competition for people that wanted to redo the music to one of the TV shows on HBO. I wish I was more motivated to actually apply, but film music, it sounds like that's what I'm interested in. Something that actually has a story. It can change randomly, not because it feels right for the song, but because it's part of some sort of like emotion you're seeing. For me, the music has to be related to some sort of emotion, I think, in order for me to feel like, yeah, I made this for a reason. But yeah, I still make beats for fun and stuff, so hopefully get a few rappers who kind of like my tone, and then I can just make music for them over and over again. So beats for a few rappers, a few music placements would be nice on TV shows or films, but that still seems like a little while away from me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you like to do a song with? What artist or producer? And producer?
Okay, Noah 40, Drake's producer. I love the way he's got like a raw vocal on Drake, because then it really pops the beat out. Like, the beat has to kind of carry what would have been more melodic from Drake's voice, because Noah 40 keeps it dry. I love that. Because like I said, I don't listen to lyrics anyway, so it's all about the beat for me.
Right.
That's the producer, definitely. And the rapper,
I don't mean to cut you off, but
No.
I love the way that he builds, I guess, around Drake and kind of leaves a gap for his beat to kind of just, you know what I'm saying, melodically play.
Drake is definitely more like, tries to subtly do his little ups and downs, like pauses a little bit at weird times, but it fits with the music. I think that's because of what Noah Ford is doing.
Yeah.
He's picking up on that complimentary style. Yeah, it's cool. There are a lot of good producers out there nowadays, and at this point, I'm not even like producer specific. Like anyone, just some person that got into it last month could make a song that could be my favorite song. I'm trying to keep that mentality now, because I remember in high school I was always like, why do you like this new Lil Wayne song? It sounds so plain, but it was because it was Lil Wayne. You just get into it. Nowadays, I don't think I care about the name.
Me
I
neither.
really don't.
Me neither. There's so
Majority of my
many
Spotify.
names.
Yeah.
So many names, and any one of them can be a hit.
It really can.
So.
I can pull up like the top 3 songs I listen to, and they could be someone completely new that I don't even really know the name of.
Right.
I don't look into any more songs than just the first song I find. It's probably bad on me.
No. I really think the beat nowadays are more so carrying these new artists, and that's why you kind of don't really know who they. It's a young this person, a little somebody. Yeah, and it's like, okay, they're dope, but it's so many of them coming in and out to where the producers, you kind of like, okay, who's that? I kind of want to, he's feeding the sound. He's feeding whoever the artist is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see when a rapper and producer work well together.
Right.
I wish I had more experience. I could say like I had a rapper, but I haven't. I haven't had someone look at my shoulder and say, no, try to slow that down so I can write a verse to it. So maybe when I get to that point, it'll be more exciting to kind of make a song for someone.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone out there who wants to make a song, I'm sure.
Artists, do y'all hear this? Artists, anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone want to step up to the plate?
Old Indian rap.
Yeah. I mean, the sound. Who could imagine what it sounds like? You know what I'm saying? When you get with the right producer and right artist, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They may
what
change your
makeup.
style. You may change your style to match theirs.
Yeah.
Cook something up.
Yeah.
As far as rapper though, that's a hard one. I do like Schoolboy Q a lot.
Okay.
I like his beats, I think, and that's why I like his rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Like collard greens, like that's not the typical kind of rap, It's not kind of like a strong 808, but I like that kind of like groove, and he's got that flow, and you can't always tell what he's saying. Not that it matters to me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I was gonna ask you something, man. told we kept talking and it kind of just
Oh yeah.
yeah, I lost.
Talking
my
about
train of
producers,
thought.
like matching the producers and the rappers. And
Yeah. There was something on that. Ah man, it'll come to me. Hopefully, it'll come to me later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to find that match, though. I think it goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
It all comes down to whether the person wants to work on their flow or if they just think they're already hot stuff and they just want to like spit on the mic.
Right.
You know.
Right.
We're all still learning. Unless you're 60 years old and you've been doing this 30 years, you're still learning.
Right. Right. Well, who knows what sound is next? You know what I'm saying? Or ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Scott Torch, but I know he's trying to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow his account. He's always in the studio with someone new.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Or always collabing with a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds good. Sounds good.
I haven't heard anything like fully produced. It's always him in the studio, like kind of, you know, showing off the beat making process. But that's pretty much what it's like. Just like on the keys, you kind of create a little jingle and then add it away.
I wonder what artists, you know, could I hear on some of his tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's definitely looking for his newest sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But,
takes maybe 1,000 before you get a hit, I'm assuming. I don't know. Right. DJ Khaled pumps them out like left and right, I guess.
Right. Right. Some people do. Some people do. Some people do. Yeah. What do you make music for?
Really just to de-stress. Yeah, I mean, my parents got me into the idea of music for a hobby so that I was playing video games, you know, as a kid. But then it's something for them to do while they're getting older. They were part of a folk group, and when they used to like do shows or be just kind of dancing and stuff. So it kind of got to the idea like it's meant to enrich your life. Maybe it should be also to enrich others' lives, but I can take it nothing of personal like selfishness about my music. Like I don't really care if you don't like it. I love it.
Right. As long as it helps you. You know what I'm saying?
It's something for me to look at, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I made something for fun." Yeah, I go through all my old music all the time, but I don't ever add anything. It's just nostalgia.
Okay. What's your biggest accomplishment?
Helping others get into the game. Yeah, I haven't done too much myself, but it kind of feels nice to know, like my friend Cameron. I mean, he's done a lot of work on his own and stuff, and there are other people that have helped a little bit. But just helping someone else kind of find music in their own life, that's cool. Because I can share my knowledge, even though I haven't used it all. Like, you know, how to hook up MIDI interface and all that kind of stuff, and what is an oscillator and all that. What is an LFO?
Right.
Yeah. So that's cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be famous one day.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you do, especially.
I hope my friends get famous one day, to be honest. Yeah.
I hope they do too.
Yeah.
I'll be interviewing them too.
Yeah, right.
I actually have some famous friends, and they will be on this podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What made you go to the Somatics event?
Well, to find out that someone that was doing music was in the local area, that's cool. I always knew Atlanta was a music town, but coming from Detroit, it's like, it seems like every town is something, right?
Right.
Motown and all that. I just came down here just to work. I didn't really think about joining the community, and then when I saw that he was making it big, starting his own business and everything, I followed him, saw the networking event, thought, can't hurt to go. Obviously.
Right. Yeah. That's dope.
I haven't actually connected with anyone afterwards, but I think it's just because like I'm just antisocial a little bit. Especially after this year
Most
with COVID.
producers are.
Yeah.
People are nowadays anyway. I am too.
Right.
I don't like being around a crowd of people no more. I don't like being around two people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. You know? I don't have anything against people, you know, people, family, you know, all of that. But
I think the more we have to do, like, the more we have available to do when we're alone, the more we realize I think we like being alone a little bit.
Yeah. And that's even apart from our significant other, you know, mom, dad, kids, anybody.
Something about talking.
Yeah. what sounds do you incorporate around this time of the season or this time of the year?
Honestly, it's nothing like that for me. I could be making like a Christmassy song in the middle of the night or like April, I don't know. Like I said, it's whatever I'm feeling. So I may have just had the perfect chocolate milkshake that day and I'm just in the greatest mood, but outside it's nasty.
Right.
Just depends on me, I guess.
Yeah, you cook up something
Cheerful.
cheerful as hell.
Right. And then listen to it for 4 hours straight.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That pretty much wraps it up, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you having me on here. It was good talking to you. I realized I need to get a good answer to all your questions and start like feeling I'm in this, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully this interview does put you in the mood to get out there and really, you know, show people your talent and your craft, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have been working on it for umpteen years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
You have a dope setup. You know this music stuff, so artists, producers.
Yeah, Neer music, Neer talent.
Hey, Neer, I'm right near the source, near the source to your dreams.
Oh, that's a new one.
Man.
It's cool, but thanks for having me out here, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's what's up, Neer. So it's the cook up. Time for the cook up. And you know, Labor Day coming up. What does that mean to you? What does Labor Day mean to you?
I mean, besides just kind of celebrating the freedom we have here,
right?
A day off,
Right? Free day off. Yeah.
Usually it's the mark of a new school year, so it's kind of like getting back into the groove of things, like the same way, kind of just getting back to work. Yeah.
Dope. Detroit alumni. Detroit. Hey, let us know, how was it? How is Detroit? How was it growing up?
I was more in the suburbs. We grew up in Westland first, and then after a year we moved right to Canton, which is a suburb. But it was cool because I went to a high school with 5,000 kids. It was 3 high schools on one campus. I would go to one high school for one class, another high school for another class. I'd be walking in the snow with hundreds of other kids. It was like a mini college experience. So you see all kinds of people. I had Korean friends, Welsh friends, all sorts of people, Chinese and stuff. That was cool for me. Yeah. Just being in an area where I see Indian people, black people, white people, Asian people, all different types of people. And then I'll meet someone in college a few years later and they say, "Oh, I grew up in a predominantly white area." I'm like, that must be so different for you. You know, I just feel like I was given this huge opportunity to be a networking kind of guy because I was going to school with so many people. You'd be walking past hundreds of kids, you have no idea who they are, and it'd be a difference at 100 tomorrow. So that was cool about Canton and just Detroit in general. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, I definitely love the diversity, man. It's nothing like it, you know. I wish everyone could experience it, you know what I'm saying? It would give them a better and a different outlook on things and people instead of stereotypes and everything else.
I got lucky to go around Europe for a month. That was cool. We saw a concert and stuff from a Japanese musician.
Wow, cool.
No, this was right after. Yeah. Right after college. Oh. Yeah, Denmark, Iceland, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I
still haven't got over there.
No?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You should.
Yeah, I need to interview some producers. Is that what you did?
Yeah, we were just broke college.
You go?
We just graduated. Iceland, slept in our car. Took an overnight train from Denmark to Berlin to cut a whole night's worth of hotel out. Yeah, you can do it cheap if you're looking for it. Grocery stores instead of restaurants.
Yeah. Iceland, you could take a shot. You could take a bath in the.
You really can.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, you think you're gonna sink in the mud, but it's water.
Right.
Yeah, it's hot water.
Hot water.
Yeah, real hot.
Yeah. That's crazy. In the middle of freaking cold. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can just go online now and find producers from other countries. Yeah. There's this guy named Balance Cooper. I think he's from somewhere in Europe, Sweden or something like that. And when I found him, I was like, "Oh, this sounds so cool." But then I realized he's thousands of miles away. You know, so yeah, I think if you're looking for different styles of music, you can just search for it more.
Were you able to connect with different styles of music when you were in those different places? Like
Not
Japan?
too much. We were just out there to kind of like blow off some steam after
Right.
graduating and stuff. I wasn't too musically orientated about that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have been, actually, thinking back now. I missed out on some opportunities. I think we was traveling out there, make sure to visit some museums or hit up some local artists or something. Yeah.
That's what up.
Cool.
Well, we need that. It's the cook up. Time for the cook up. We need that vaccination cook up. We need that Detroit down boogie Motown / ATL Indian trap rap whatever it is that you cook up. Let's do it. It's the cook up.
Let's do it.
For the cook up.
Move over here now.
Okay. We mute these mics, and the only one that will be on is that one.
Okay. You're gonna be able to hear a little bit of the keyboard, aren't you?
Yeah, whatever you want, whatever.
We're in an apartment right now, so I wonder how the speakers are gonna sound. Take this off.
Nice.
Not bad.
Sound pretty good. Sound pretty good. I'm gonna take a bong rip.
Dude, please do it. This part I hate the most, quantizing stuff. That's the tricky part, is like when I try to quantize it, it starts getting real out of whack, so I just gotta play it better,
Yeah.
you know? over. This is hard, huh?
No.
I don't usually make music with someone watching me. We're gonna edit some of this out, right?
Hey, take your time.
Okay.
Take your time. That was some good green. That was good. Are you into the names and all that of it? Okay.
I mean, I wish if it was official, but in the area, it's all illegally dealt.
You're right.
I can't really confirm anything. I'm sure he's making
You're
it up.
right.
Yeah.
If it was in California or Denver or something
Exactly.
like that.
I don't believe you.
You're right. You're right. That's it, man. They kill me with that too. They always quick
It's like
to tell me.
bubblegum
Like,
juicy.
You're right.
I'm like, what?
You're right. You're right.
So that's a little too happy for me. I'm not feeling
That right
happy
there?
about it, you know?
Alright. Whatever the vaccination is. Vaccination year, baby.
I like that. Do that. Vaccination year. What's going on? Is that me? Try it again. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Going live.
Yeah. See, this is the part, like, I know I could do an intro where I keep this. And then I'll chop this off down.
Where's that coming from? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where, but I can't. been a hot minute since I made something good.
Hey, take your time, shoot. Sound good already.
Yeah. All right. Not bad, but I wasn't feeling anything in there that I want to loop a bunch.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, all right, not cool, not bad.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Sound good to you?
That sounds real good.
I can do that all day. I feel like I need something I can be like, oh yeah, I can only do this once in a year. Oh, this is cool. We can maybe copy this. And then also tons of effects. So I just added this like layer to that. Hoping I can. Delay. Acoustic bounce. Nice. Turn that annoying.
For real, that was hard right there. That was hard.
Atmosphere. Get a little bass line going before I add it. Just clear the top patch. That's what I love about Omnisphere. It's so many cool little features and all that.
What are you doing now?
Trying to make something that kind of hits on the low end, like an 808, but it might not be the full 808. It might just be like a rumbly kind of bass.
Yeah.
So I'm starting with the raw wave called Nasal Spray. I just pick a different one in that category of deep timbre and stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound too good up front. You gotta really put in a little bit of work, like putting a filter on there so it doesn't sound the way it did. See, this is a filter right there. I mean, if I take that off,
Wow.
yeah, one octave up, sounds annoying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotta stop doing that because the point is to make a bass, right?
Okay.
I feel that one too much. So whenever the producers do it online, I don't know how they pick exactly what they want to do next right away. I'm like, I gotta play around.
Right.
I gotta play
Right.
around.
Right. Have to. Man, it's sounding good though. Hey. 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 It's got some sort of wobbly on this. It's not controlled. I got How are you controlling that wobbliness?
Well, there's a couple of things already built into this analog melodrama thing. This is a wave, like an LFO,
Okay.
and it's going at this rate and this depth, just controlling what parameter I assign it. So LFO 2 is making that pitch go wobbly. If I get rid of that, I get rid of this. Right? Slap in your face as much. Same with other instruments. These pianos a little bit heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Vaccination, yeah, it's priceless. This beat is priceless. And I'm near. So near. Being great. So near to never fade. So near to elevate.
Let me save this for the gods. Tell me I'm done.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Sounds real good.
Yeah, I'm glad you like
Yes,
it.
sir.
Man. This is what I do all day sitting here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is right. I can't get the kids down. I gotta work on what I pick.
I see you're a perfectionist though. I see you for trying to perfect them
Yeah,
sounds.
as much as I can.
Yeah.
Something like that. I want something with a little bit of a big beat. Alright, so it goes. We can keep this, but let's duplicate it. Let's it's gotta sound cool, you know, you gotta be like, ooh, ah.
That was. All of this is cool right now. I'm in the zone right now.
A lot of quantization.
Hey.
Alright, let's just do this. Yeah, it's a little groovy, a little busy.
Yeah.
Cool with it. The saxophone isn't right for it. too happy there. You know. It might
Nah,
be-
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. You can go any way you want to go with that. Fuck some shit up. Fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, some bass going. That's interesting. Let's go see if we're already in here. No, let's go back to that original.
Let's see where you go with this.
Yeah.
Sounding good.
Classic waveforms of oscillators.
Yeah, ain't no way it's gonna sound happy now. What you better add on there? Yeah.
General compressor. I have a lot of clashing sounds on the low frequencies, which is
Uh-huh.
why it's like so hard to get that bass to be clear. But
Oh, that sounds good. Says clashing with what?
I guess the bass will sound a little muddy.
Yeah, yeah. A lot more.
Right, a little better.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Let's bring that piano back. Yeah, I can hear some on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my baby. Yeah, so I'm just let it be for a few years and then come back to it.
Yeah, let me hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn that up a little bit.
For sure. I like the flute though.
I like the flute. I like the flute.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. What's that right there? That What's that?
It's two notes, yeah.
What is that?
It's an omnisphere instrument called analog melodrama.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Bring it down just a little.
Sure.
Let me hear what it sounds like with it. I just want to hear how it sounds. Just
Oh, I
that.
see.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to change
Okay.
nothing that you got on there.
Yeah, and a little bit of the.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah. Yeah.
Not too much?
Yeah, no, not too bad. That's perfect.
I probably just play on the drums the rest of the night and just try to make hits out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Whatever you do today, send it to me ASAP.
For sure.
Yeah, don't take them blues out. That's
sure.
good.
Cool, man. I'm glad you like it. I'd probably be criticizing my work all night long.
I know you would.
Yeah. See ya. That's a little too busy, maybe.
Yeah, some of that busyness.
Right.
For real. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Did you use that keyboard at all?
I did not.
Okay.
Actually, I've never used it to just hit drums.
Okay. That's just drums on it?
This is drums.
Okay.
There's other stuff you can do here. I could add. This is a cool keyboard in that you can just take a note and then kind of pitch bend it down as if it was on the guitar.
Okay.
Because this is all one
Right.
smooth piece of silicone or rubber or whatever.
Right.
So what I can do is pick a sound, maybe like ethnic. I don't know. So I can like pick one.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool because
Yeah.
you can also like.
Right. Like you're really playing the guitar. Oh yeah.
Actually, there's a guy online that represents Rolly. He's a musician. I think his last name's Parisi. He tries to show you in a battle with the guitarist how this can make the exact same sound. It's crazy. One day.
You're right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. Definitely send me that, man. Bounce that down and send it over to me.
I definitely will.
That's it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's it. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for coming out here.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem at all, man. Yeah, that was dope.
Cool.
So how'd you feel having an artist kind of say, turn this down, turn this up? Huh?
I don't mind, because to me, I know that I like so many different things that someone else were to say, hey, change this, and I don't want to change it, I'll just tell you.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Right.
But if I change it, it's because I'm open to it.
Right.
Especially at this stage, I'm like, what am I doing? I just edit for.
Can I like?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do I like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. Nah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
You'll be like, nah, we need to leave that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I also feel like producer knows best. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's like if it's too bassy, and
Yeah.
I might hear it more than you might because you're just so into the
Right.
groove.
Right.
At the same time, you might like the flute, and I might get too critical about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like just then.
Just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Dope session.
Cool, man. Should I turn this off?
Yeah. Yep.